Hello, everybody, and welcome to Start Select. I'm joined today by Nathan, and we're going to be talking about some of the recent videos that we've made. So I did Bug Snacks, and Nathan did Little Nightmares, and he did a three-part one, including Donut County,
Lonely
Katana,
Mountains Downhill.
Lonely Mountains Downhill, and Katana Zero. We're just going to give you some more in-depth discussion about the games and some behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah,
Um, so I think we're going to start with Little Nightmares, Nathan.
right, yeah.
Um, it looked really good. I never heard of it until
Oh, really?
until your video. I'd never seen it.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's been out for a while. I think it came out in 2019 or maybe late 18. But yeah, it was a game that I've kind of wanted to play for a while, but I just never got round to it for whatever reason. But it's an indie game, but it's a simple structure, right? It's quite a short game, but the gameplay is hide and seek basically throughout the entire game, and it's such a simple concept. What makes it work so well is the environments. I don't know if you saw from the
Mm.
video, but they are really jaw-dropping, and some of the like creatures that come out in that world, they just
They,
come to life. Like,
they look like pretty scary. Some of the
yeah,
creatures, like I think it was a chef or something. It was just like
yeah,
the face was horrible. I didn't like that.
yeah. I mean, did you see the one with the long hands?
Yeah,
Yeah, they were all like really cool designs. And the thing about it is, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a horror game. It's just really creepy in a way. Like, there's no jump scares. It's just the atmosphere is really grim, like
yeah.
really, really grim. But the reason why I decided to play it was because obviously we got the launch of the second one coming out. I think next month. I think it might be February 19th or something similar to that. But that's why I went around to play it, and I'm glad I did actually. It's like it was actually like it's only short. It's only a short game, 4 hours, but
That's not bad.
I'm glad I played it.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah,
The second one's going to be co-op as well. I think you
yeah. I
mentioned.
mean, I like the idea of it, but I also worry with stuff like that as well because I feel when they had co-op, maybe it'll take away from the atmosphere of the game because it's not as controlled, right, when there's two people playing.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. The thing I think I might be wrong in saying it, but Resident Evil 5 comes to play, when I think of co-op horror kind of games. Like I don't know if you remember like Resident Evil 5 when it launched,
Or
it
the
was a
one in
co-op,
Africa or something, was it? Yeah.
yeah, with Chris
Yeah.
Redfield, and I can't remember the other character, but yeah, that's what worries me a bit. But it still looks like the five still there. It still looks creepy. It still looks, unsettling sort of thing. But yeah, I think I'll definitely get around to trying it. I got it for free on the month subscription, and luckily I just saw it. But I would have paid full price definitely, even
Really?
knowing how. Yeah, it's such
Is that
a
good?
yeah, it was a good experience. Honestly, I would recommend it to anyone. Like I say, if 9.99, you can probably find it for like 9.99 somewhere now. It's Steam, even PlayStation.
So, is the gameplay, would you say it's more stealth or puzzle?
I'll definitely say it's more stealth. It's kind
Okay.
of weird how to explain it. There is a few puzzles in there, but nothing that will like make you stuck for a while. It's just more to do with like the atmosphere. Like I said, the whole game really is a basic concept of hide and seek. And if you get caught, you will just have to
You're,
restart from the
you're
checkpoint.
dead.
It's like literally simple things like hiding under bed, hiding under the kitchen table. It all works really well. I think the thing that makes the game work so well is it's the atmosphere and the set pieces they put you in. Like you kind of got to play by their rules, and then once you come out the other side of it, it's a good experience sort of thing.
Yeah. Look really good. I've got it downloaded actually.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you get time, like I said, 4 hours, play that in one sitting, you'll enjoy
Yeah.
it, I think. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good game. I'm looking forward to the second one, definitely. But something else that was on the like monthly free prescription service was Bugsnax, but you actually paid full price for this. Can I just ask you straight away, like, did you regret paying full price for a game like that?
No, no. I've been looking forward to it for like 6 months,
Uh,
wasn't it?
yeah, it's a lot.
And like every week I'd be tweeting, "Oh, Bugsnax coming out soon. Bugsnax coming." Um, I would have preferred to get it on PS5, not just because it was free, but if you watch the video, I mentioned stuff like the loading screens. The loading screens are really worst part of the game.
Yeah,
It's at least 30 seconds whenever you're entering an area. And I know your wife Tish played it. She played it on the
Yeah,
PS5,
on
and
the PS5.
she didn't even know.
She didn't even know there was loading times because
Yeah,
I had to try and describe it to her. I said, well, there's like it's like a little cartoon pictures of like bug snacks loading. No, why it's loading? Like, she goes,
yeah,
no, I never seen anything. I didn't see anything like that. I was like, oh
yeah,
right,
yeah. Dude commented on it saying he played it on the PC, and he didn't think that the loading times were an issue either.
yeah,
Um, I thought the game was really good. It's like nothing that I've played in a long time.
yeah,
Uh, the way you get 8 different gadgets,
yeah,
and to catch certain bug snacks, you've got to use like a combination of them,
yeah.
and there's harder ones to get, and there's easier ones, but it's just good like thinking about how to use certain ones to get certain bug snacks.
Yeah. I mean, I remember in the review you were saying like it also depends on the weather as well, right? It's not just your because I remember you saying some come out when it's raining or something like that.
Yeah, there was one bug snack in the whole game. I wanted to complete it 100%, and to do that, you've got to catch them all.
Yeah, yeah,
And there was one bug snack which I had no idea how to find. I was going out certain times of day, but you go to this area and you find like a sticky mess on the floor. So
yeah,
you investigate it by taking a picture, and it tells you this bug snack only comes out when it's raining.
yeah,
So I had to wait till it was raining, so I'd go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. And one day it'd be raining, and I'd go and get it. But there are ones that only come out in the mornings, ones that only come out at night, ones that only come out when it's sunny. All different stuff. It's similar to I don't know if you remember Pokemon Ruby
Purple
and
Snap.
Sapphire.
Oh,
No, Ruby and Sapphire when it with the weather.
oh yeah, I remember that actually.
Yeah, because that was a big part of Ruby and Sapphire. It was
Yeah,
similar to like you'd have to wait until the dust was around or something for certain
yeah,
Pokemon to appear. It was similar to that. There's a lot of similarities to Pokemon. I'd like another Bug Snacks.
yeah.
Um,
That's good to hear.
uh,
But
what was it? £18? I'm glad I paid it. It was like
yeah,
£18 for a 15-hour game isn't too bad, I don't think.
no, I think I mean I've played AAA titles that are like £50 and some like Doom. Like I know it's got a multiplayer, but I don't think they focus on the multiplayer at all. I think it's an afterthought really.
Yeah.
But that campaign's about 15 hours long, maybe a bit less, but roughly 15. I would happily pay full price for that. You know, it
Yeah.
depends what you're getting in the game, and it looks like it got enough replay value with the trying to catch them all if you want to sort of thing. So something that I do want to talk about is because when I was watching my wife play a little bit, something that really like fascinated me, and I wasn't a huge fan of Bug Snacks, but something that I can't take away from it was the characters, and I forgot what the creatures are called. But
Grumpuses.
there was a bit when she walked into the campfire where they all like kind of live or where they were staying at the time, and they were having a full blown argument.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Something about like his wife got involved, even though his
Yeah.
wife was like missing. I thought that was hilarious. Like with the characters like really good.
They were the best part of it for me.
Right.
Like they start off proper shallow characters. They've got one thing, like there's a jock, there's a gossip, and you think, oh, that's it. They just that. But you have to interview them,
Yeah.
and like as you do that, you get like little side missions with them, and they start opening up, and you start like liking them because you see
Yeah.
like, oh, she's a gossip because she feels bad about herself.
Yeah. I know the one you talk
Um,
about as well.
so she like tries to put it on other people,
Yeah.
and the reason they all came to Snacktooth is to escape their past basically
Yeah.
and try and find happiness, and it is a much deeper game than
Yeah.
you
No,
would think.
I believe.
It looks super cartoony and stupid,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but the story's the best part. The characters,
Well, I do what I just like because in the review you kind of it was a spoiler-free review and it was really well done actually to be honest. But I actually want to go into like a bit more spoiler territory. So just a warning, this is like spoilers now if you don't want Bugsnax to be spoiled. But the story is a lot more, like you said, the story is a lot more than what you would expect. Like, can you talk about like towards the end, like the big kind of like shocker in a sense?
Yeah, so the whole reason you're there is to see what Bugsnax are. This one Grumpus, Lisbeth, invited you, and when you get there, she's gone. She's disappeared.
Yeah,
Nobody knows what's happened to her. They said she went out exploring and she never came back.
yeah,
So that's the whole premise of the game,
yeah,
is to try and find her. And as you're going through the game, I think there's a bit in my review, you won't notice it, where you see like a monster in the background. It's not a bug snack. It's like a monster. I think it's called a bug squatch, like a Sasquatch.
mhm,
So it's
right,
like a mix of all different bug snacks. And yeah, you eventually find that, follow it, and you see the character you're looking for, Lisbeth, is like all the boss bug snacks in one.
right,
She's like become one of them, because when you eat a bug snack, you turn into it, because bug snacks are parasites.
yeah,
Um, and the island is made of them.
yeah. But it's like kind of like eating the what are they called? So the creatures. What are the people called again?
Grumpuses.
It's like in it like kind of like eating up the grumpuses inside sort of thing. Because it's like every time they eat a bug
Yeah,
snacks, the body part changes, right?
turns into whatever they ate. So if they eat a
Yeah,
strawberry, the hand will turn into a strawberry. Um, but yeah, the island is like feeding off of those, and it wants to like consume them
yeah,
basically.
yeah.
And I'm trying to think.
Was it a good twist, would you say? Like, because when my wife told me that, I did not see that one coming.
I didn't expect it. I wasn't expecting her to be a giant,
Yeah,
massive bug snack with all the bosses.
yeah. No,
Um, and then the end of the game, it's like the island's like attacking you, because it is basically all bug snacks together.
yeah, yeah,
The island's attacking you, and you've got to save all your friends.
yeah,
So you've got to use all your gadgets to fight off these attacking bug snacks, and hopefully you save them at the end, and then you escape the island.
yeah,
Um, the very, very end of the game, uh, you see your boat just left there, and news reports of bug snacks, and you see little Strabby walking off.
yeah.
So
Oh wow, okay.
yeah, so hopefully that means it's open for a second one. And there's
Yeah,
like the news person who first sent you on the job is having like a secret conversation with someone that we don't know.
yeah.
So be
No,
quite
no, it sounds awesome. Like it sounds really interesting. Definitely more than because it's like obviously the book snacks is the purpose is like cute on purpose, right?
yeah.
Like kind of like deceives you on purpose. Like going off the trailers anyway. Like I've especially like the generic strawberry kind of one. Like he just looks like the cute like book snacks. Really, really cool stuff. I didn't expect that one coming, but yeah, it sounds like a really good game overall.
It,
Definitely like a surprise.
yeah. The best part of the game, other than the characters and that, is the theme song. Um, which if like you look on our history of what our channel has watched, you'll see that coming up all the
Yeah.
time. I listen to it every day still.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I love a game with good soundtrack.
and then your three games in one, games that you need to
Yeah.
download, what's it called?
Yeah, Game Pass games you need to play. So basically, I tried to do different ones, different kind of type of video this time. Instead of just reviewing one game, because let's be honest, there's no way I'm going to be able to review every single Game Pass game I like. There's just so many like to play. So I thought I'd make a video cutting it up into three games, and I think I chose three very like indie kind of base types anyway.
They're all
Very
very
free.
different from each other.
Yeah. So like the first one was like Katana Zero, which it kind of, to be, I'm not gonna lie, I won't lie, it was exactly what I thought it would be. But that was like, but it's a good thing, right? You control a katana wielding assassin. You can slow down time to reflect projectiles, which was so cool. I put it in a review, but even though you see it like 50 times, it never gets old. It never gets old. Reflecting bullets like that, it never
It
gets old.
it gives me proper Hotline Miami vibes, the
Yeah,
way it's a one hit kill.
yeah. Yeah, it basically is. A lot of people do make that reference.
All right.
Yeah. I purposely tried to not reference that because I hear it all the time. But you are right, though. It is got a lot of vibes from Hotline Miami. But yeah, it's not just the fact that it's to make it harder. Like I said in the review, it almost does bend it into a puzzle game because when you're tackling a level and you die 4, 5, 6 times, you start getting a routine. Like you'll start the level, you'll run, you know to jump, you do a double jump, then you do a slow mo reflect. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. It's like you kind of get into a
Memorizing.
routine. Yeah, you memorize that sort of thing, and then you'll use a certain item at this point because it does this. It was really clever stuff, and like I said in the review, there's a couple of sections that break up a bit because having that over and over would be a bit too much. I think like there's stealth like missions, they're not like long and they're not too common, but it kind of breaks it up from the generic, the from the action that you're used to. Like so,
Yeah.
you'll be stealth through nightclubs. Visually, it looks gorgeous as well, like the nightclub and the 2D pixelite style, and also like I think it was like the cart that was on like the rails, kind of like Donkey Kong style
Donkey
in a
Kong
way.
sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, stuff like that. You got to flick the switches while it's riding, or it just derails off the like rails sort of thing. That was really cool. I actually think this was my least favorite though out of the three games.
Really.
Yeah, and then the second spot is quite close. I don't know. I think I like them just as good as each other because I love Lonely Mountains Downhill. I thought this game was absolutely fantastic because it's a game with a simple game, but it's got a lot of content due to replay value, and I love games like that. Games that okay, it might be a short game, but if you want to replay it and unlock the additional stuff or unlock faster times, it gives you the tools to do that, right? It's
I
quite
I
sorry,
actually downloaded it after watching the video,
right. Cool.
and yeah, you're right. I just kept trying to beat my time,
Yeah,
like taking little shortcuts, saying, "Oh, I can do this, I can do that."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You start seeing it as like there's always like a generic dirt pathway that you can follow, which kind of gets you from the start to the end. But you never follow that if you want to cut the time off. And when you unlock different bikes, like some bikes got like better expansion sort of thing, so they can handle a bigger fall. So you'll be able to
yeah.
cut even more corners. There's some shortcuts that I would have never thought of doing, but I accidentally did it by like. I remember one time I was riding a bike and a little pebble on the floor, so it just popped my bike up for whatever reason because I just rode past it with a bit of momentum, and I accidentally like cut half the level off, but I managed to land so my bike didn't fall. And I was like, oh my god, that's ridiculous. And then after that, I kept trying to do it again and again and again. It's the freedom. It's not like oh, there's secret pathways. It's not really about that. It's more about if you think you can make that shortcut, go for it. Like it's kind of like okay, don't get me wrong, the tracks aren't the longest, but it's kind of like a free roamer in that kind of small track. Like you can go anywhere you want.
You can do it whichever way you want. You can.
Yeah,
It reminds me a bit of the new, well, not new, but the latest SSX with
yeah.
you get a mountain and you just go down it,
Is
and
it like kind of do you go forwards or is it fixed camera angles?
you go forwards.
Yeah.
SSX, you know, the
Yeah, oh, just
snowboarding one.
right. Yeah, sure. So I thought it was something I didn't hear about because the only reason why I asked you that, Colin, is because I looked online. I didn't put it in my review because I didn't want to steal no ideas, but there was a really good idea that once someone told me I couldn't get out of my head, and that is like an indie version of SSX in this style. Like that would my mind was blown when I heard that because going down, okay, you're not going down a mountain, but you'll be going down a snow mountain, right? With this snowboard, with the fixed camera angles, controlling it with just one analog stick, like just like this indie title is. I think that's a home run. Like I love SSX anyway, but having it in a new style, I think that would be awesome, man. Especially like the sharp turns and stuff like
I'd
that.
I'd like to try it.
Right,
I don't know if I'd like it,
right.
but I'd like to give it a go because I love me some SSX.
I know, right? I think we all miss SSX, but it was a close one between that and Donut Counter because
Donut
Donut
Counter looks
Counter,
sick.
it's very short Donut Counter, and I say the only negative thing about it is I don't mind it being short personally. I'll be honest, I don't mind it being short because for what they added in that 2 hours doesn't feel rushed, but it feels appropriate. But of course, I want to play more of a game that I like to play, so that's the only downside to it. But yeah, the gameplay and the puzzles, that it's weird. It's simple. It's a simple gimmick, but it just works, right? Like, and even when you're not doing like puzzle areas, like just like I said in the review, like going from rocks to cars and then to like skyscrapers, it is satisfying. And then there's like a bit when there's like a traffic jam of cars, and then you just like you consume all the cars up, and
Yeah.
your hole just gets bigger. But like I said in the review, like I love the gameplay. Gameplay's really well done. It's the story and characters. Even the side characters, like you
That,
got your two main characters, the raccoon,
that raccoon
BK,
sat on the toilet
Tyler.
got me, man.
No, it's really, really cool. He's definitely like the standout character. Like I absolutely love BK. He was called BK. Yeah, I loved him. Like he's just a selfish raccoon, and his best friend is also stuck down the hole. And the whole game basically is every single character that's sat on that's their level. So they'll tell their story, and then you control that level, and that's how they got in the hole. And it's
Right.
always the hole that consumes them, but it's the raccoon that's controlling the hole. But obviously, you're wondering why is the raccoon down there? Well, the best friend, they have a big argument, and the dialogue and the writing is absolutely like superb, and like it's got that good humor, or that not every game will have, but it's got like that good humor that's really believable but really funny at the same time. She actually puts him down the hole because he's just gone off the rails. Like he's literally like put everybody in the city in a hole just so he could like level up on his like he's part of like this organization, or if you want to call it that, with all these raccoons. And the more holes you consume, the more they get, and the more you level up, sort of thing. But it is funny, yeah. Like I think his reason to justify it was like hilarious. It was like he's supposed to be delivering donuts, like, but people are still ordering donuts, knowing that there isn't a donut there. There's no donuts. But in his excuses, it is a donut. It's just like, what's a donut without the hole? So he's just delivering the hole, and people are still ordering him, and it gets out of control. But yeah, eventually they all go down. But the story is paced really well. The writing is really, really well done. Really, really funny. Even my wife like completed it. Obviously, it's only 2 hours. I think it's normally like, I think you can get it on a mobile phone as well. If that's your thing.
I'm I saw a game very similar to this on a phone, and I thought it was it, but I
Right.
don't think it is.
Oh,
It
okay.
like it might be on mobiles,
Right.
but there's a game where you control, definitely a game where you control a hole on mobile, and it's
Right.
not this.
Yeah,
Um,
that
it,
sounds weird. That yeah.
yeah,
I don't know what that game could be, but yeah, it is out on mobile phones. Maybe it's just like a different version. I don't know really, but
could be.
or maybe it's just extra levels or something. But yeah, I think no, it's like I think it's like £8 or something like that, which is I think is definitely worth the money, even though it's £2. Sorry, 2 hours. It's definitely worth the £8, but obviously it's on Game Pass, so I definitely think it's worth a recommendation on that
Yeah.
list. Hopefully there's more to come. Like I said
Uh,
in the video, I want people to suggest to me what games I should play, because half of these games I didn't even know existed, and I would have
yeah,
missed out.
there's so many ones that you just miss,
Yeah,
and they keep adding to it as well.
yeah. It's
Um,
definitely worth a download. All three of them games, it's something for everyone, I thought. So hopefully people like that video. Definitely, if it's just one game of the three you like, then try it out. They're all worth it.
I think I've downloaded the mountain bike, Lonely Mountain. What was it called?
Lonely Mountain Downhill.
Lonely Mountain Downhill. I've downloaded that, and I've downloaded Donut County.
Yeah.
I've
You
not
set.
tried that one yet though.
I think you're set because, like I said, Donut County you can complete very fast. It doesn't feel rushed though, weirdly enough.
Yeah,
And also like I normally with Game Pass I play a game and delete it because I'm done with it, and then because there's so many other games I want to play. And with Lonely Mountains Downhill, it's a game that I just keep now. Like every
yeah,
so often I will play 15 minutes.
yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
just a game that you can chill out with.
yeah, it's a great. Like I said, it's the replay value, right? It's just
Yeah.
so much to do.
Well, I think that about sums it up.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I think good reviews this month, I think.
yeah. We've got a couple of videos lined up. You will see them in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
Um, I'm working on something different to what we normally do.
Yeah, I think it's
Um,
yeah. We're both trying to get out of
Trying to
the
branch
reviews.
out
Yeah,
because we've been stuck in the reviews for a bit now. I'm trying to do something different, see how that goes. Um, anyway, if you want to sign us out, Nathan.
Yeah, well, thank you for listening to this video or watching this video. We do really do appreciate it. We are trying to grow the channel. So again, thank you so much for that. But I've been Nathan and this has been Colin, and we will see you on the next video. GG's, guys.
GG's.